Hey guys, welcome back to another haul video. Today we're going to go through all my TJMAXX finds from over the last several months. I'm gonna say at least since December, somewhere around there. It's been several months. Most of these are gonna be TJMAXX overall, and then I just have a set of 4 lashes that I want to show that I got from Walmart, with the exception of one item that I actually got from Ulta. But I wanted to share with you guys today all the stuff that I got from TJMAXX, and I'm so excited. I haven't opened them, I haven't used them, they've just been sitting here for months now. I mostly just bought them to add it to my collection now because I just have this thing for eyeshadow palettes, so that's going to be the majority of my haul today. But let's go ahead and get right into it. First palette is going to be this Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes palette. The first time I saw this when it first launched, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need that palette. But I decided to not purchase it. I've been on this, like, I guess makeup journey where I'm trying not to buy items that are like new releases or like been promoted all over YouTube. When I first saw this, I absolutely fell in love with it and I wanted to get it, but I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be buying this full price. So I was like, nah, I'm not getting it. But on my birthday, I got the $10 Ulta, you know, if you're a rewards member, you get the $10 off coupon for your birthday. So that's when I did get this. So I didn't pay full price. But this is the palette. It has this beautiful mirror on top that's huge. So here is the palette. I'm trying not to blind you with the ring light, but how beautiful. Oh my gosh, just like looking at it, it's like it just screams the colors that I love to wear. I want to dig into this palette, and I probably will soon, but at the same time I might not, because I just have so much eyeshadow palettes. At this point, I'm kind of just collecting them. If you see this back row here, this whole entire like shelf up here is all eyeshadow palettes, and a lot of them are Urban Decay because I used to get every single Urban Decay palette that ever came out. So now I do still collect them because Urban Decay, me and them go way back. They were like the first brand that I bought from that was like a more prestigious type of brand, and so I just have this relationship where I just love everything Urban Decay and I just collect them at this point. The next palette is going to be this one. I didn't even know this existed. This is the Urban Decay and Robin Eisenberg palette. I think she is a local LA or California artist, but I honestly did not even know this was a palette that came out. It is so fun. Look at that packaging. It's just beautiful. You get this makeup brush that's like clear and it's double-ended. You get the nice big mirror on top. This is the eyeshadow palette. It is just absolutely beautiful. The colors are, I would say, colors I've seen in older palettes, if I'm being honest, but it is a little bit different and it's a whole different palette. So the one thing I love about Urban Decay palettes, there are going to be colors that you can use because they give you a variety of like mattes and shimmers and like satin finish shadows, and so a lot of them have like neutrals in them as well. So you can, even if you don't use every shadow, there's going to be shadows that you can use in the palette. And to keep on the Urban Decay trend, next I have the Naked Honey palette, which this was also a palette that I really wanted to get when it first launched. I saw it and I was like, I went in store. I remember I specifically went into Ulta and I looked at it, looked at the shadow. I'm like, I don't really want to pay the $50 price point for this, so I'm gonna pass. Even though, like, low-key, I really wanted the palette, but I told myself I didn't need it. I happened to be in TJMAXX one day and I found the palette and I was like, this is going home with me, because at TJMAXX, these palettes are like half the price. They're like $25 instead of the $50 price point. This one, the packaging does feel a little bit more like on the cheaper side for some reason. Like, it is still the hard plastic, but this just, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know if it's because of this like type of finish that they did. I don't know, but it just feels a little bit weird. But it's kind of the same thing where it has the mirror inside. This palette is definitely warm, so there's lots of warm tone shades that you can use for everyday makeup looks. They do have the exception of like the too bright color, which is the Golden and Honey. I feel like that color here is super bright, but I feel like you can make it work. This also brings a double-ended brush, and this part, it looks like it actually has honey inside of it. That's the look that they're going for. Overall, I am happy with this palette. I definitely can see myself using it. Next is this vegan Urban Decay palette. It's the Wild West palette. I think this is one of the first ones that came out. I want to say either this came out before the honey or maybe after the honey. I can't remember. But it was also one that I was like, I need that palette in my life, and I just never bought it. Just again, same reason, price point. But that is what it looks like. I saw this and I'm like, this palette looks so fun. For whatever reason, it reminds me of like Brazil. I don't know why. I guess all the colors just kind of reminds me of Brazil. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's the Wild West palette. You get kind of the same brush, the clear middle. Same thing, you get a mirror on top. And how absolutely beautiful are the colors in this palette. Like, I say it about every palette, but they just, the presentation, the layout of colors, like I really love how they put their palettes together. It is just absolutely beautiful. It fits the theme that they go for. And I am always happy with my naked palettes. Always. So this one is definitely one that you can use this palette for an everyday look. It has those warm colors. It has the neutrals. It has the cool tones. You know, if you want to do a fun night look, like all these palettes bring shadows that will allow you to do whatever options of combination of makeup you want to do. Like I said, I go to TJMAXX. Most of the times I will say that Urban Decay does do like flash sales, and so a lot of times you can get these palettes like half off on their site, and usually when you buy on the site you can get like a free item or a free gift with purchase. Let's just stay on the palette train for a second before I get into the other things. But this is the Emily Edits the Want, no, this is the Needs palette. I have both the Wants and the Needs palette. I just thought they were so pretty and definitely something to collect because Emily is one of my favorite YouTubers. Her channel's name is ItsYonella83, I believe. I've been following her since way back when she was still a news host or an anchor, news anchor. So I'm a diehard fan, and I saw these both at TJMAXX and I had to purchase them. This one is kind of like, it's a full face palette, so it has a bronzer, blush, and highlighter, then 6 eyeshadows, and kind of 1 neutral color. They were both $4.99 at TJMAXX, which is crazy, because they used to sell them in, I think they still sell them in Ulta. It's by Makeup Revolution, so you can definitely check out Makeup Revolution site or Ulta. But I happened to find them in TJMAXX, and sorry Emily, I know she probably doesn't get a cut of that, but I couldn't help myself. It has this gigantic mirror. It brings 24 eyeshadows. It is just absolutely beautiful. This is also a very versatile palette because it has so much variety. It's more the pink side, I would say, but there was still variety in this palette. So check out Emily's palette. This one, I'm actually not going to open it. I'm going to leave it in the packaging for now. I'll get a picture and place it somewhere here on the screen for you guys to see it. But the next item was a little bit pricier. This one was $29.99, but it is a NARS palette. This is the NARS Orgasm Blush Set. It's called Orgasm on the Beach Cheek Palette. This is the palette here. It's kind of hard to see because it's very reflective. It also brings a big mirror, so it is still good for traveling as well. And this is the actual palette. I saw this and I told my boyfriend, I'm like, this has to go home with me because it's so pretty. There is such a good variety. You have the classic Orgasm shade, then there's Turtle Bay, Montezuma, Naples Orgasm, Mandalay, and Zuma. And some of them actually you can use them as like a highlighter. So, and I think the darkest one you could always use that as a bronzer as well. So this is definitely a full cheek palette. If you hear any background noise, just please ignore. Alright, the next item I got is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara. This one was $15. I just happened upon it in TJMAXX one day and I'm like, yes, I need mascara. It's always good to have stock of mascara. This is what it looks like. It is so pretty. It looks like there's water all over it, the little water beads. And it's like a teal color because it's waterproof. So the normal original packaging is all pink, but this one is the waterproof version, which I did like the mascara, so I figured like the waterproof would be better. I usually like to wear waterproof just because you just never know. It's Florida, it's hot, and I'm always like sweating, so I decided waterproof would be a good choice. And the next item I got is a Too Faced Killer Liner. It is a 36-hour non-flaking, transfer resistant. Usually every product that I've tried like that has never held up, I should say, has never held up to what it claims. Because like for me, if I tight line my eyes or like my waterline, it tends to smudge or like move around throughout the day, and then it like bulks up in the corners of my eyes. So I'm always like skeptical but curious at the same time. This one was only $10. It's very pretty. It does seem very creamy, so I hope this works once I do try it. For a while I was really on the magnetic lashes trend, and so I was always trying to find magnetic lashes, but I never wanted to pay like full price because they can be kind of pricey overall. So I ended up finding these two here at TJMAXX from the brand Ardell. I have used one of their actual magnetic lashes before, but I was using a lash liner, a magnetic lash liner by the brand Kiss, and it works. The only thing is like when I was out and about, like I'd go out, you know, with my girls or wherever, and like I'm laughing a lot or I start to sweat just a little bit, like the eyeliner tends to like start to dissolve almost, and so next thing you know, the lashes will be kind of like falling off because the magnet liner was just like disappearing somehow. I don't even know. But I found these two. They are the brand Ardell, and the magnetic liner in this one is from the brand Duo, and then this one has, the magnetic liner is from Ardell. So I have not tried either brand's magnetic liner. I've only tried Kiss. So I am curious to see how these hold up as well. That could be another video and telling you how it holds up. But the Kiss one, it works for a little bit but not for very long. So I would not recommend it if you're having like, you know, an event or like a wedding or something big. Definitely stick to traditional. This one I'm really interested in because it doesn't actually have, like most of them, here I'll show you this. Most of them tend to have like, it'll have little magnets like all along. This one is actually a full magnetic band, so I am curious to see how that's gonna work. I feel like that's gonna like really do what it's supposed to versus the traditional, which this is the traditional one. It has like several little magnets placed on the actual lash band. This is a wispy, which the wispies are my favorite types of lashes from Ardell, and this one, it doesn't say exactly what kind of lash, but it's number 54 if you know what that's comparable to. If I can find one online, I'll put a picture here, but I'm super excited to try these out. I have 4 packs of lashes. These were all $5, as you can see. I found them at Walmart in one of those little end of aisle clearance rack things. And I literally got every single demi wispies, because again, I love the demi wispies. I got every single one that I could get from the shelf because these are my favorite. These are just their traditional lashes. They do bring like a tiny little mini Duo glue, which would be nice for travel, even though the Duo glue isn't like a huge bottle anyways. These are what I picked up. It was $5. How could you not? You literally will pay between 10 to 15 just for a single pack of these, either online or at Ulta or wherever. So $5, I had to get it. Lastly, I have this product here from Lineage, however you say it. This is the Essential Hydrating Duo Kit. It was $25. I always use the water sleeping mask, which I ran out, and actually tried something different the other day. I tried the Water Bank Moisturizer Cream. Absolutely love it. It brings here the toner, the water sleeping mask, which is the one I was saying, the Water Bank Essence, the Water Bank Moisture Cream, which is the one that I've been using, and this is perfect for travel size. And then this is a balancing emulsion for normal to dry skin. These are very nice. Like, I want to say they're, feels like glass, but I believe it's like a hard plastic. It's so pretty. I feel like even once you're done using this, you can definitely refill it with products. If you see this at your local TJ Maxx, I would say definitely give it a try. All right guys, that is gonna be it for my haul video today. That's all the stuff I collected over the last several months. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.